It's been way too long. 277 days since the Timberwolves last played an NBA game. And while the world is a much different place now than it was then, at least there's light at the end of the tunnel. And tonight, that light emanates from Target Center, where Timberwolves basketball is back on Fox Sports North. Well, it may only be a preseason game, but this is oh so much more as basketball is finally back for the NBA and for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we are back inside Target Center, albeit without any fans. But we are thrilled to be back again. Dave Benz alongside Jim Peterson for another season of Timberwolves basketball here on Fox Sports North. Marty Gilner will be along in a little bit. Jim, this is a season unlike any other. It's been a year unlike any other.
Yeah, lots happened since we last did a game in Houston, Dave. It seems like so long ago and a world away, but here we are with plexiglass between us. Actually, it looks pretty good on TV, but there's going to be a lot of entertainment to come, and it starts tonight, here and now.
Let's talk a little bit about this team. It has undergone some changes. What is it going to be like for these guys to get adjusted to each other? They didn't go to the bubble in Orlando. They had very limited practice time. They did get that fall bubble here, but not everybody was able to participate in that either.
Well, there's probably not a team in the NBA that has more question marks than this one in terms of, you think about Karl Anthony Towns. He hasn't played since February 10th, and you think about how he's going to pair up with D'Angelo Russell. We don't really know because they only played one time together. We'll talk about that next segment. But, you know, so many moving pieces on this team. 24 players, Dave, donned a Timberwolves uniform last year, and Gerson Rosas has tried to remake this franchise to be a reflection of how he wants to play. Shooting threes, play fast. You get a Ricky Rubio back. You've got, a Beasley coming. Malik Beasley played very well in a Wolves uniform last year, but getting Ricky back is huge for this team because you need an adult in the room, a guy who can set the table. And when you think about Anthony Edwards, Dave, and I think that one of the things starting off here, him playing with the second unit with Ricky Rubio is really going to help him. So the #1 overall pick is going to be a great player. It's just going to start slow. No Vegas for him. It's going to be interesting to see how this kid grows.
And it may be the preseason, I said, but nobody more amped up than Anthony Edwards, who's ready to show what he can do on an NBA court. We are taking a timeout. When we come back, we will talk more, as Jim alluded to, about Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell finally being on the floor together again. Timberwolves basketball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Arby's, we have the meats. Well, it certainly is a little different. Target Center with no fans inside, but there is basketball ready to be played, and we are very excited to see Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell back on the floor together. The last and only time they shared the floor together, Jim Peterson, was back on February 10th. You got to go back. It's 10 months and 2 days.
It's been a long time since we've seen these two guys share the court, and, February 10th, is the last time Karl Anthony Towns played an NBA game. So it's been a long time since we've seen 32 threes. And two-time All-Star, Dave. So Minnesota has a pair of them on their team. And so Karl Anthony said, we're going to go as far this season as Karl Anthony Towns can take him. And overall health is going to be very important for these two guys. If you're looking who needs to be on the floor at all times, one of these two guys needs to be on the floor for Minnesota. So Towns and D'Angelo Russell, they probably won't play a ton in this game, but these two guys are going to be doing it. And for D'Angelo Russell to have a talented crew around him now, it's going to be very interesting to see these two guys operate in pick and roll game, spacing the floor, dribble handoff actions. It's going to be a lot of fun, Dave, and these two guys are going to drive a lot of that entertainment.
We do know this. This team is not going to struggle to score.
No.
Those two are going to be a big part of it. Can they light up the scoreboard tonight? We'll find out. Basketball is back, baby, from Target Center coming your way after this timeout here on Fox Sports North.